Hello friends, in this video we will see the unit 6, and in unit 6 we will see some topics related to the file handling and directory. So in this video we are going to see what is file, what are the different operations we can perform on a file, different parts of a file and types of file. So first we will see what is a file. So file is a storage space for data or information. So in general, any file, that is, for example, if I open the C drive, so this is a college folder. So this PC, this is a D drive. Inside a D drive there is a college, and in college there are number of files, Excel files, Word files. There are some new folders are there. So file is nothing but the storage which is used to store different types of data. Now, file can be identified by file name. Obviously, when you store any file, the name is important, because without name, how you can identify the file? With the name. There is another part, that is extension is also important. We will see later. So file can be a text file, it may be the image file if the file is Word file. So this is a Word file. So in that you can store the, that is, text as well as image also. But the extension, if you see the extension, this is docx extension. If the Excel file, then extension is xlsx. If it is ppt, then pptx. So each file has its own extension. It depends on which type of contents you are going to store in that file. If your file or the document has a text, and if you store it using Microsoft Office or the Notepad, then the extension will be textual. Then image file, we know that the from mobile we take a photographs. So for image, JPG, MPG, these are the number of extensions. Audio files, we use, we listen the music. The extension of that file is MP3, video for MP4, and data and application. So file can be available in a different formats. It may be textual, image, audio, video, and other types of data. So files can be stored on a disk drives, that is hard disk, or the optical drive, or other storage. So now, other storage like hard drive, floppy drive, external hard disk, pen drive, etc. So to store the file, we need the permanent storage. For example, hard disk. When you create any file, and if you not save it, and the computer is switched off, and when you turn on the system again, then you can't get that file, because you have not saved that file. When you save the file, then it will store into the hard disk. Now we can perform different operations on a file. For example, creation of a new file, modify the file, that means create a new file, then existing file, if you want to make some changes, then you will modify the file. That changes may be anything. You can delete the contents, you can add the contents, you can update the existing contents, and so on. Reading the data from the file, opening the file, writing data to the file, closing and termination of the file operation. So all this operation we have to do with the help of programming. So in simple, that is in computer, that is easily you can open the file. Suppose I want to open this file, then I will double click on it and open it, right? So this file will be open now, right? But I want to open this file with the help of programming, not by clicking with the help of mouse. So this file handling, this topic helps us to understand how to deal with a file, or how to perform different operations on a file with the help of programming. Now first we will see how to create a file. Now here we know that files, there are different types of files. You can store different types of data or the content inside a file. You will store that file with the help of a different extensions. So files are created with the help of various editors like Notepad, WordPad, right, MS Office, and different IDs are also with the help of you can create a file. You can create different types of files like textual, Excel file, Word file, audio, video file, etc. So files are stored on a hard disk with file name and file location. So file having the important aspects, two important aspects, that is file name and file extension. Now we will see the live example, that is how to create a file and what is the role of file name and file extension. So for example, if in the college folder, so this is a college folder, so what I will do, I will open the notepad. So I open the notepad here, so I will write some content inside the notepad. So for example, if I write Python is object oriented language, right? So I have written one sentence inside the, that is Python. So inside the notepad. Now what is the next step? So here you have created the file. The next step is add the content. So here we use the text editor. Yes, right? We use the text editor. That means we open the text editor. Inside that, create a new file. That means we have not saved it, but we open this text editor, that is notepad. Then we write the contents, add the contents, that is we add one sentence inside the file, that is Python is object oriented language. Next we save the file and files.txt. Now suppose if your file is ready, now what is the next step? So you can save it. So how you can save it? By using the Control S button, or in file you can save it. So when you save it, first it will ask the location to save it. Now what I will do, I store my file into or in D drive, college, and Python, right? So in that I will store my file. So here I will, that is the name of the file is, for example, that is learn dot, yes, right, learn. Now the file name is learn or Python demo or file demo. Okay, file name is file demo, and save as a type, as a text document. I want to store this file as a text document. So when you save this file, so we save this file in D drive. Inside D drive there is a college folder. Inside college folder there is a Python folder. Inside the Python folder we will save this file, file demo. So I save it. Now I want to open that file. I want to say whether I want to see whether that file is created or not. So how I can do it? So I will go to the, that is D drive, then college, then Python folder, and then you can see here that is, yes, file demo. So this is a file which stores, that is file demo, right? And if you open it now, but you have not, when you save the file at that time, you have not specified the extension, but still, depending on the text editor, it will text the extension automatically. Now you can see here, the extension of the file is .txt. That means in this file, you can store only textual data, right? So in this way we can create a file. So this extension, in case of file, extension plays a very important role. This extension tells the system, or also user can identify the which type of data can be stored inside that file. So this is about the file creation, file name, and file extension. File name and extension plays very important role while saving the, or while creating the file. Next is file path. So this also important when you do the project. At that time, the folder path or the file path plays a very important role. For example, your project has 10 documents or the 10 pages, and if you do not link that pages properly, if you not specify the path of that pages properly, so your project will not work properly, and that's why this path plays a very important role. So file path is the location where the file is stored or saved. Obviously, here we know that here we create this file, right? File demo.txt. So file demo.txt is created in, where is the path if you want to see that file? So what you have to do? So first you have to go to the D drive, then college folder, then Python folder, and then you will find this file, right? So that means the path is important, right? Files can be organized with the help of directories or the folders, right? Because your this file demo.txt file is stored in, what is the path? In D drive. Inside the D drive, there is a college folder. Inside that, there is a Python folder. And in Python folder, you store this file, right? So the path is important. So it contains different directories as well as the folders. Every file is identified by its path that begins from the root node or the root folder. So root node and the root folder is very important. The file path is also known as OS path name, right? Now, see, what is the root folder? Root folder, inside that, now where is your file? Your file is, if you want to see the path, that is inside the Python. And if you right click on it, so you can see the path. So where is your file? So see, so in D, here is your file. In D folder, in folder D, there is a college directory. Inside college directory, there is a Python directory, and in Python directory, there is your file. That means here, so D, inside D, there is a college directory. Inside college, there is a Python directory, and inside that, there is a file. So that means D is your root directory. D is your root directory. College is a main folder, and Python is a subfolder, and inside that subfolder, there is a file. So every file has its root directory. So depending on the operating system, the path may be changed or the root directory may be changed. Now, for example, here in case of Windows, now we created this file demo.txt in Windows, and that's why the path of window is this, right? See inside D colon college Python. So this is a Windows file path. But if you see the same, see the file path in case of Ubuntu, so file path will be different. So now you can see that number slashes, right? Forward and backward slash. So here in case of Windows, so C is a root directory, student is a main folder, note is a subfolder. Inside that there is a unit6.pdf. So in case of Ubuntu, we will create one file on Ubuntu also. So here, how to create a file? So open the text editor, or if you are not create, still uh, in home directory or in home folder. So if you go to the picture, right? Inside a picture, there is nothing. Inside a documents, inside a desktop, right? P1.o, that is P1.py or add.py, it is a file, right? If you open it now, right, it has some program to perform the addition of two numbers. But where is that program? So this program in, that is inside a home folder. In home folder, there is a desktop. Inside the desktop, there is a add.py. So the path is vary on the basis of the operating system. In Windows, use the backward slash, and in Linux use the forward slash. So it is also called as this slash. Forward and backward slash is also called as a delimiter. So depending on operating system, path may be changed, but path is important in case of any operating system to store or to access the file. Now, on the basis of this path, whether it may be the inside a Windows or Ubuntu, so the path is divided into two parts. That is, types of path is, one is relative path and second is absolute path. So first we will see what is absolute path. So absolute path, an absolute path is defined as OS specifying the location of file or directory from the root. So absolute path means that absolute path is a complete path from the root folder to the actual file. For example, in this case, in case of Ubuntu, so complete path for this is home. Home, inside home there is a directory. If I right click here, so you can realize that what is a path. So this at.py file is in home. Inside home there is a Gajanan. So home is a root directory. Gajan is a main folder. Inside Gajanan there is a desktop subfolder, right? And in desktop subfolder there is a add.py file. So this is a absolute path. So absolute path is a complete path from start of actual file system till the root directory, right? In case of Windows, and we know that our file is in this file demo.txt is our actual file, and this file is in case of D is a root directory. Inside the root directory there is a main folder. Inside a main folder there is a subfolder Python, and in that you stored a file demo.txt. So these are the path, that is absolute path. Then relative path. So in case of relative path relates to the present working directory. It never starts with a root directory. That means now present working directory, in case of, suppose I open this file in case of Ubuntu. So the path is, that is only desktop. Now we will not consider from the root directory. So absolute means it is not a complete path from root directory to that particular file. It's a path. It's a relative path, so it does not contain. That is, it's contain or it considered only present working directory, right? Now, for example, suppose in case of, now we want to access 1.txt file. Okay, so this is the absolute path. And if I write the same like this, notes s2 a.txt, this is a relative path. Now, for example, in case of window approach, so file demo.txt is our file, right? So if, and this is a path, that is D college Python. But if I not write this, if I, that is my file is in D, suppose I write like this. So D is a root directory, but if I do not specify root folder, college, inside college there is a Python folder, and inside Python our file, that is file demo.txt. So this is a, that is relative path, right? And when this is a relative path, and similarly if I do like this, that is from D, right, colon this. So this is the absolute path, right? So this is the absolute path. So absolute path is a path which starts from root directory to the present file, and relative path is a starts from the current working directory, not from the root folder or any subfolders, right? That means it is a relative path is a sub part of the absolute path. So there are two types of path in of a file. Clear? Now, next topic is types of files. So mainly file are categorized into two types: text files and binary files. So in text file, we know that we have already seen the example, that is file demo.txt. So text file contains only data, only it may be the characters, maybe the special symbols. So text file is a stream of characters that can be sequentially processed by the computer. Text files are used to store human readable characters or as a rich text or plain text documents. Now text file, any file, if you create a contents in a notepad, then it will create a text file. If you use the word Microsoft Office Word, then it is also a text file. So there are number of files in which we can store the textual data. So this textual data again contains, that is plain text file and the rich text file. So what is a plain text file? So plain text file, these are the files stored at the end of line, that is EOL. End of line means this file store the end of line EOL markers at the end of each line to represents the line break, and end of file EOF to represent end of file. Now here, what is the mean of this? So in plain text file, generally when you write any text or when you write any paragraph, for example here, so if I want to write any paragraph here, so obviously we use the, that is special symbols like full stop, which indicates the end of file. If I write, that is by object oriented, so comma, it is mostly used, right? So here, after, so I have taken the pause, and that's why I mentioned here comma. So now in textual file we use the different special symbols, right? So this file stores end of file EOL marker at the end of file or each line to represent the line break. I want to, in case of plain text file. Now next topic, next type of the file is the subtopic of, that is text file, is rich text file. What is a rich text file? So these files are same as a plain text file but may also store the text related information like text color, style, font, etc. Right? So these are the rich text file. The text file are opened with text editor, less chances of file corruption as we can easily identify bug and fix it, right? So in case of text file, so text file are easy to handle and the size of text file is less as compared to the other types of file. How the size is less of a text file as compared to other file, we will see when we see the binary file. So less chances, it has a less chances of corruption. Example: .html, .txt, .c, .cpp, .py, .csv. These are all the text file. It contains only textual data with a special characters like dot, comma, semicolon, 1, 2, 3 numbers, etc. But it contains only the, it is a sequence of characters. So here we have seen the text file and it has two parts: plain text file and the rich text file. Second type of file is binary file. So these binary files stores the data in the form of sequence of bytes, and text file contains the sequence of string or the characters. Now binary files are stored in machine understandable format. Binary files can store multiple types of data, that is binary files except the text files, all the files like audio, video, that is images, right? So all these files are included in a binary files because all these files are stored the data in the form of sequence of byte, right? So all the images, all audio files or video files, etc. are enclosed, are the part of the binary file. Binary file requires same or matching softwares to read the file. Now, what is the meaning of this? Now, if I have a video, for example, if I have a video, so I have one video, for example, yes, or if I have that PDF, right? If I open these notes, so what I want to require the PDF reader. I want to require the PDF reader. If your file is, if your file is Word file, then if your file is Word file, for example, this is a, right? So this is a timetable or assignment. If I open it, so this is a Word file. If I want to open it, so it requires the Microsoft Office, right? So different files requires the different text editor or different softwares to open it, right? If you want to play a MP3 song or if you want to see the video, then you require that is VLC media player, MP3 player, and so on. So binary files require same or matching software to read the files. Small change in the file can corrupt the file and make it unreadable to supporting the application. And this is, now we have seen the text file. So in text file, there is a less chance or there is a minute chance to corrupt the file. But in case of binary file, there is a number of chances to corrupt it. Example of binary file is .jpg, .png, GIF. These are the images. .mp3, .wav, .oac for the song, generally MPC. For video, MP4, AVI, MKV, zip file. We compress the file, that is zip file or RAR file, execc file, .dll file. So all these extensions indicates that all this file which is saved by using these extensions are the binary files, right? Now we will see the major difference between that is text file and the that is binary files. So in this case, so what is the difference between binary file and text file? So you can easily use easily see the difference here. So what is the difference between text file and binary file? First, in text file, data is represented in the form of characters, right? But in case of binary file, data is represented in the bytes, or it is also called as encoded form. Second difference, the plain text is present in a file, and in binary file, so it may be the image or audio or the video or any textual data with other formats, right? Then third difference is in case of text file, it cannot be corrupted easily. Yes, the text file is not cannot be corrupted easily, but in case of binary file, the contents can be easily damaged or get corrupted. The fourth difference between text file and binary file is in case of text file, it can be opened and read using the simple text editor like Notepad, Microsoft Office Word, right? WordPad, etc. Then Notepad++. But in case of binary files, the binary files, depending on that file, it requires the specific type of software. For example, if you want to open the MP3 or video file, so you require the VLC media player or MP3 player or other players which is available, right? But if the file is image, then you requires the image viewer. If the file is PDF, then you requires the PDF reader. If the file is a that is Microsoft Office, then you require your system should have that is Microsoft Office executable files. Then next difference is in case of text file, it have the extensions such as .py or txt. But in case of binary file, it can have applications defined extension different extension. For example, we have seen JPG, MPEG, MP4, MP3, WAV, OAC, ZIP, RAR, EXEC, .dll. So all these files is a that is binary file. So this is the difference between text file and binary file. So in this video we have seen what is file, how to create a file, different parts of a file, different types of files, and difference between text file and binary file. Thank you.